What you think about Lonzo Ball's sneaker being $500? How do you feel about the whole way he's executing that?
I think he can do what he want to do. If he chooses to put $500 on something he makes and that's what he believes it's worth, then that's how much he should sell it for. But I don't think, people should judge people for their opinions of themselves. They just don't have to buy it.
I agree.
But, I think the fact that the kid hasn't played a professional game yet, and they've been proactive about doing something independently, about building lineage. I mean, I've heard what the dad has said, and I'm not mad at nothing he said. Right. From what I heard, he'd be like, yo, I did it because I could. It's a family thing. I'm doing it just to say my kids can have sneakers. And I do that all the time. So I understand exactly where he's coming from.
Right.
And there's no loss in it.
Right.
If the thing that I like about
don't buy it.
Well, the thing that I like about when people talk a lot about their skills is they have to back them up.
Absolutely.
So he's talked very confidently, and if the kid backs it up, it'll be huge. And if the kid doesn't back it up, it'll be kicks.
Yeah.
Niggas will have jokes. So there's no loss.
Yeah.
But I think the confidence that they have in their family and the way they stick together, I really think it's aspirational.
Yeah.
They're doing what they want to do. Again, you don't have to buy anything. You can't get mad. Like, no one gets mad at Ralph Lauren or at, Yves Saint Laurent or Louis Vuitton or Louboutin when they charge, a certain amount for their product. So you can't get mad at that man because he's black, because he feel like charging a lot for something he believe in.
It's just like when my boy Nipsey.
It symbolizes something.
Nipsey did that when he was selling his mixtape for $100. He's from my neighborhood, and he sold his mixtape, his album for $100.
1,000 of them, right?
No, he sold more than 1,000 copies, way more.
But that was innovative. That's right.
Yeah, so I mean, but he got it from that book Contagious, and the story about the guy who was selling a $100 cheesesteak when cheesesteaks are like $4 or $5 in Philly.
Like, at the end of the day, it doesn't feel like that they're really doing it for money. I think they're doing it for symbolism.
Statement.
It's a statement, and that could be considered a lost leader, and people do it all the time. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how good the sneaker's made; it just means something.
Right.
And it might not be made I'm quite sure that if the kid does do something and makes history, whoever got that first pair, them joints gonna be worth a lot more than $500.
Right.
But I always like when someone stands behind themselves and does it on their own,
right,
and does it
without compromising,
and is unapologetic about it. So I always respect that. You can't judge a man for believing in himself or his family.
Yeah.
Whatever he do, that's his family. He can do what he want to do.
Right. It's just
but if he makes $1 off of it, the dude still never played a professional game of ball and already got his own kit. You can't be mad at it.
Right.
And he'll only get better at it. If he has to make sneakers, he'll learn how to make them better.
But that's a great way of looking at it. It might be the lost leader, just for the...
It is.
Yeah.
You can't lose. There's no loss.
Yeah.
Like, whether he sells one or none, he still did something that most people don't. And the people are talking about it.
Yeah.
It's making news. So they're built, the people that criticize it build the brand.
The publicity.
It's just like when Trump was running, all the bad press was just empowering Trump to the people that really loved the bad press. People love, the more bad shit you say about Trump, the more certain people love him.
Yeah.
They love that he's pissing America off. That's why people fuck with him. The people that fuck with Trump because he pisses America off. Traditional America. Cookie, hey! Yeah, but they just sparring over there. So,
as far as what I was gonna say about that too is that you said that you've been telling me that for years, and that's also very important when people don't settle for a cheap price on things. Like, if you really believe in what you're doing, your price speaks volumes of how you feel about yourself and what you're doing. Now, you don't have to overcharge.
What I would always say is, like what I didn't like about the S. Carter is that he had his full name on like a $40 sneaker.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So you can't, if you're going to determine a dollar value for your own name, for your own brand, it should be high. Because after you go a certain amount, you can't really go so much higher. It's only lower from there. You can't say my name on a $40 sneaker and then say I'm gonna put my name on something that costs $500 or $1,000.
That's a $40 sneaker. I thought it was more than that when they were in the stores. They were probably like
You know, like same shit. You know, $54. My point is, you don't put your full name on something unless it has value. You don't undermine your full name. You might diffuse it. You might put your one part of your name or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's Rachel Roy, which was the high-end line, which was in Bergdorf Goodman. Then there's Rachel by Rachel Roy, which is in Macy's. There could be no diffusion line or cheaper price point if there wasn't something at an expensive price. You understand?
Right.
And so, you know, you can't really expect people to buy into something at a cheap price point if there's nothing expensive that they can't afford. You understand what I'm saying?
What's happening? This is the big homie Kenyatta. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube page. And if you haven't already, hit the notification so you can get an alert each and every time our hip-hop motivation videos come up. And also, thank you for your support. Peace and blessings. Listen, for mad years I walked around with my neck looking like a Nestle Crunch bar. I had to do something about it. What I found is that a razor bump is nothing but an ingrown hair that curls into the skin and causes the skin to become enlarged or inflamed, making it look like a bump. But it's not a pimple. It's a hair that grows into the skin causing inflammation. You have to remove that hair, and then you have to use yourself a nice skin astringent, something that can do the trick, something that can get rid of those razor bumps. So what did I create? Bump Assassin, organic skin astringent. To order your own bottle of Bump Assassin, go to hiphopmotivation.bigcartel.com.
When you writing a book, Dave?
I'm writing. I also have a book. You know, I have a book called Culture Vultures. Yeah,
what's it called?
It's called Culture Vultures. Have you ever looked at the hip hop motivations that I do?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, me and Kenyatta did a book, and it's already written. He wrote it. We done with it, and I'm also giving it out in different ways. So it's gonna be an auditory experience as well.
It's a series. The Fashion Game. Culture Vultures, the book. In business, Damon's a guy that's worn many hats.
Yo, you can either think of a master plan or get mastered by somebody else's plan. Check it. As a barber, one of the most important life lessons I learned is to never do anything without seeing the ending result first. Before I understood the value of seeing results, I used to waste a lot of time sometimes doing double work because I didn't have a vision of where I was going. Then I started taking consultations more serious by not even turning on my clippers until I had a clear understanding of the result my client was planning to see. And in turn, it became easier to achieve the style they wanted to see in half the time. Real talk, the most successful barbers and beauticians are the ones that see the ending results before they start any service. Write this down. Before making any moves, know where you're going. Deciding from thoughts of being sick and tired of something, starting something, or admiring something can be the emotions that fuel change. Because write this down. Emotion leads to passion, passion leads to action, and action leads to results. Word up. Question: what's the number one killer of dreams? If you said fear, you're wrong. Fear is on the list, but it's not the number one killer. The number one killer of dreams is comfort. The comfort of a good paying job or in an active relationship can seduce us for many years into the rhythm of accepting things without making any moves to change, further numbing us into a state of zombie-like passiveness. Write this down. Passiveness will cause your dreams to pass you by.
Dash thing. Nah, I don't want to chill out, bro. You know what I want to do? Believe in yourself. Build your own personal wealth. Then that becomes personal health. Think I'm rhyming. How about that?
Everything go down here. Just gotta, know what I mean, be a little smart.
I see you grooving right now, dude.
I was in my groove.
Yeah. I started daydreaming. I started thinking about something.
I'm a musician.
Yeah, exactly.
I like to spend all kinds of money, like the dollar, like the euro, like the pound, like the franc pause, like the yen.